Hey everybody, it's Aeroshogun here. So I'm going to do a video based on a conversation I had over DMs on Discord today. Alright? Now, there was a guy by the name of Forsaken Messiah who sent me a DM in Discord asking me about this image of Adam offering an apple to Eve while she walks away with Satan as he offers her a larger apple. He wanted my interpretation on this image, and I explained to him my thoughts as follows. So before I get into this video, know that I'm not making biblical references in an attempt to convert anyone. And if you're one of those special atheist snowflakes that gets offended at the mere mention of anything related to religion, my advice to you is this. Pause the video, douche the sand out of your pussy, then click play. Because whether you believe in God or not, the point is still the same. And the authors of the Bible knew a thing or two about hypergamy, which you'll see in a minute. So let's start by imagining the bigger apple as feminism, i.e. women's liberation, equality, female empowerment at the expense of men, etc. And the devil as the government, offering women welfare and essentially a replacement of the father/husband. The reason why the devil managed to convince Eve was because he twisted the facts and painted a very different picture of reality in order to create this illusion of power, which is feminism in a nutshell. Women are constantly looking for a better deal, and if they see fit, they will throw anyone and everyone under a bus in order to get it, only to realize they screwed themselves out of their own happiness in the end. When Eve ate that forbidden fruit, not only did it ultimately result in her own misery, but that misery spread to Adam, her children, and future generations. This is exactly what feminism has done, and women in pro-feminist countries are less happy than ever before, now that a traditional marriage and/or life is generally speaking beyond their grasp, now that most of them have to work, whether they like it or not. The reason why the devil didn't go to Adam directly is because he knew that he was the mentally and spiritually stronger one, and he would have shut the whole thing down saying, no, God said this. Full stop, mic drop. If you attack men directly, strong and patriarchal ones that is, then they're going to push back and put up a fight. See, the devil knew this, and he knew that in order to screw over men, he had to do it using the women, because he knew that the men would cuck themselves for them, as Adam did because he didn't want to lose Eve. Do you need a good example of this? Then take a look at black men from the slave times all the way up to the civil rights movement. The Klan has attacked black men head on for hundreds of years. And because of this, black men knew that they had to step it up if they were going to get anything close to equality. In the US, we have an entire month dedicated to this history, demonstrating how black men overcame systematic and government oppression even during the worst of times. But as soon as black women got a hold of feminism, welfare, and Planned Parenthood, all that effort was thrown right down the toilet, doing more damage to the black community in mere decades than hundreds of years of lynchings by the Klan. Now, the concept of feminism is nothing new. Ancient Rome suffered the same fate, and it's also believed that ancient Babylon did as well because there was a child welfare system in place before its eventual collapse, indicating that there was a family breakup at some point. There's been multiple examples of this in history, but the point is this. Every past civilization that embraces feminist ideology is now dust. Fast forward to modern day. Now we have feminism and an unsustainable welfare state, and women are throwing their own men under the bus for money and resources given to them by the government via the legal system. The instant women are not dependent on men and/or think they see a better deal, that's when they'll monkey branch or throw you, your children, and collectively speaking, your nation under the bus for their own temporary gain. Keyword temporary. They are choosing the forbidden fruit over you. This only stops if men stop it. As a man, Adam should have exercised his pimp hand and told Eve not to touch that fruit, or should I say feminism, and then told the devil, also known as the government, to stay out of their marriage and out of their affairs. Think of it like raising children. They aren't always thinking about the consequences of their actions, or they think it just won't come back to bite them in the future. This is why you can't give them great responsibility, because generally speaking, they aren't mature enough to handle it either. Hence why it's up to men, and patriarchy is the answer. In closing, a wise man once told me, if God couldn't satisfy Eve, what makes you think you can? Stop caring about what they say and start controlling what they do. This is Aeroshogun, and I'll see you next time.